Welcome to this stories. The moment Jenna sat me down, her voice steady yet laced with an unspoken weight, I felt my heart drop as she said she needed a break. But not just any pause. No, she craved a month to explore the depths of another's heart. She sat across from me at our kitchen table, her delicate fingers gliding over the rim of her wine glass, as if this were just another ordinary Tuesday. But the air crackled with unspoken tension. I need to be sure, she whispered, her blue eyes glistening with a sadness that felt almost too heavy to bear. My heart aches for you. Yet, my heart aches with the truth I love him too. I have to glimpse what life could be with him before I choose my path. A part of me shattered, leaving a hollow ache behind. Not shatter. Not just yet. Are you really certain? I whispered again, my voice empty and aching. Her heart raced as she nodded, a silent agreement wrapped in unspoken longing. I can't bear to lose what we share, even if it feels risky. I see now that I chose the wrong path. This month is everything I crave. To uncover the truth. To uncover the truth. As if I were just a second choice. A fragile lifeline, waiting in the shadows for when her heart falters with him. Do you really expect me to stand by, holding my breath for you? I pleaded, my fingers clutching the table edge tightly. She sighed, her eyes filled with a mix of frustration and longing, as if my heart's desires were too much to bear. I'm not asking you to hold on. Please, just try to see my side. This is the only path that leads to the right choice for us both, even if it hurts. Just the two of us. Her words hung in the air, daring and intoxicating, igniting a spark that felt both thrilling and dangerous. And in that moment, I realized this was no mere accident on her part. This was a fleeting spark, a heartbeat caught in the shadows. This was intentional. She thought she had everything figured out, unaware of what was truly unfolding. She believed she could choose her own path, unaware of the heart's silent pull. In that moment, a part of me awakened, igniting a spark I thought was lost forever. Not in fury, in a moment of undeniable truth. Jenna found herself lost in a game, her heart racing with each move, as if the stakes were higher than just points on a screen. She believed she was in control of the game. She had no idea I was preparing to take control of my own fate. I masked my feelings behind a calm facade. Restrained. All right. I stood up from the table, my heart racing. Her eyes fluttered, a moment suspended in time. All right. I nodded, my heart racing with unspoken words. Do you need a moment to breathe? Okay. Just take it. Jenna paused, her eyes searching mine, as if she feared my response would shatter the fragile moment between us. To risk everything for her. To plead with her to stay. I couldn't let her see how much she affected me. Instead, I reached for a glass of water, letting its coolness steady my thoughts. She sighed, her gaze distant, lost in thought. This is difficult to accept, but it feels so wrong yet so right. It's what we need, even if it feels wrong. A soft chuckle escaped me, barely contained. Yes, I whispered. Intense. Her smile was a fleeting spark, igniting something deep within. A smile that was both infuriating and smug, as if she believed she had won something precious. Then she stood, crossed the space between us, and pressed her lips softly against my cheek. I'll return in a month, but it feels like a lifetime. Her voice barely broke the silence. And then, with a heavy heart, she packed her bags and slipped away. As soon as she slipped away, my heart raced with the thrill of what was to come. His name lingered in my mind, Raphael. A wild spirit she encountered at a networking event just 3 months back. I had known about him before, but I never imagined it would lead to this something so thrilling yet so wrong. I had been naive, believing my wife would never cross that line. I never realized the depths of her selfishness until it was too late. I unearthed hidden feelings. His secret? A fledgling dream, fighting against the odds. His secrets? Heart-wrenching. What about his reputation? Haunted by secrets and the weight of unspoken promises. And yet, this was the man she was ready to risk everything for. Heartbreaking. But the most captivating secret? Raphael's vulnerability was my secret, and I was ready to take the plunge. Our paths crossed in the dim light of the office, a tension hanging in the air, as I sought guidance for a future that felt uncertain and fraught with unspoken desires. Jenna was blissfully unaware that our once secure future had been quietly unraveling, the numbers on the screen whispering secrets of loss and betrayal. She was blissfully unaware that I had already begun the painful process of letting go. Not to submit just yet, but to hold it close for when she finally chooses. And when she returned, believing I would still be waiting, she'd discover the emptiness she left behind. Jenna's family had always welcomed me with open arms. Her family believed she had found the perfect match. So, I revealed all my secrets to them. I welcomed them into my home for an intimate dinner. A bittersweet conversation unfolded as Jenna shared her decision to venture out and explore her options, leaving me with the aching hope that she would choose between us after a month. The expression on her mother's face was a mix of disbelief and concern. Priceless. Her dad? Silent and furious. Her sister? Already taking screenshots of Jenna's Instagram, where she was posting new beginnings photos with her lover. I let them stew in it. Let them process the fact that their golden child was a selfish, ungrateful cheater. And then, I just sat back and watched the chaos unfold. I needed Jenna to feel secure, to believe that when she came back, she would still have me waiting. So, I played the role of the wounded husband. I sent her one text a week. I hope you're holding up well. My heart aches at the thought of you. My heart aches for you. She savored every bite, her heart racing with the thrill of the moment. Even replied with a hint of reluctance. I miss you so much. I hope you're finding moments to care for your heart. This feels more challenging than I ever imagined. Time is all I crave. Just a little longer? Oh, my love. Take all the time you need, but know my heart waits in the shadows. By the time you return, everything will have changed, and I fear there will be nothing left for you to hold on to. Her smile was a secret, a spark of something that felt both thrilling and wrong. She stepped into the house, an air of confidence surrounding her, as if it were her secret domain. It felt like she had stolen a moment away, and now, with a spark of longing in her eyes, she was poised to dive back into the unspoken connection that lingered between them. She let her bags fall to the floor, a heavy sigh escaping her lips. I've made my choice, she whispered, her voice trembling with a mix of fear and longing. I sank into the couch, the amber liquid swirling in my glass, a bittersweet reminder of what could never be. Oh, I've grown accustomed to it. And what is that? Her smile was a spark, bright and undeniable, yet tinged with a hint of danger. I choose you, she whispered, her voice trembling with a mix of longing and hesitation. I came to understand that what we share is undeniable. I had to go, even if it felt wrong. But I realize now, you are where my heart truly belongs. She stepped closer, her hand trembling as it reached for mine. But I didn't move. Instead, I smiled. And then I said the words that made her world shatter. Jenna? I sighed, shaking my head. I didn't choose you. Her face froze. Her confidence? Gone. And then, just like that, the power shifted. And I watched her fall apart. She blinked. Once. Twice. They met in secret, hearts racing with the thrill of the unspoken. Each glance lingered a moment too long, a silent promise wrapped in the shadows of their hidden world. Her lips trembled slightly, a whisper of longing escaping into the charged air. But silence enveloped us. In a heartbeat, her confidence slipped away, leaving only vulnerability in its wake. The smug satisfaction in her posture faded, replaced by a vulnerability that felt achingly innocent. Heart racing, shadows lurking, desire igniting. What do you mean? What are you trying to say? She asked, her voice trembling with unspoken longing. I swirled the bourbon in my glass, feeling the weight of unspoken words as the truth settled in my heart. After a month of weighing your heart, you chose him over me, I whispered. My voice trembled, barely a whisper, as if speaking too loudly might shatter the fragile moment between us. As you lost yourself in the moment, I savored each drop, feeling the weight of unspoken words between us. That month was filled with longing, as I wrestled with the choice of allowing you back into my life. Her hands shook as she stepped closer, desperate to bridge the gap between us, believing that maybe, just maybe, closeness could mend what was broken. Is it really you? You're just upset right now? She whispered, her voice trembling as a hollow laugh escaped her lips. I understand. This was a struggle for us both. But we shouldn't, my love. We shouldn't, but we can. I placed my glass down, rising abruptly, silencing the words she was about to say. Not this time, Jenna. We shouldn't. She froze, a shiver coursing through her, as if the world around her had vanished. The truth washed over me, heavy and undeniable. She had taken a chance, and now her heart ached with the weight of what could never be. As I brushed by her, my heart raced, fingers trembling as I snatched the manila envelope from the side table. Her breath caught as I extended it, a flicker of recognition crossing her face, as if she sensed the secrets it held. "Divorce papers," I whispered, the ink already dry. "I've kept a place just for you to sign." Her lips parted, a gasp escaping her chest. "Is it really you? Did you really have these made?" "3 weeks ago," I whispered, just in case. Her face went pale, a rush of emotions swirling within her. "Was this all part of your secret plan?" I let out a soft sigh, my heart heavy with unspoken words. "You abandoned me, a fool waiting in the shadows, while you explored the thrill of another's embrace. Did you honestly believe I would stand by and let you decide my fate?" Her eyes shimmered with unshed tears, and I sensed the weight of unspoken words between us. This was something deeper. It was a rush of heartbeats, a whirlwind of emotions that felt both exhilarating and wrong. Her tears weren't for my absence. She wasn't crying because she finally understood the depth of her feelings for me. Her tears fell silently, a bittersweet reminder of the love she dared not fully embrace. I thought I could wait for her, to feel thankful when she chose me. Yet, I found myself drifting away from her, though my heart still lingered in the shadows of what we once shared. Jenna clutched the divorce papers tightly, her fingers trembling as she turned each page, a storm of emotions swirling within her. "Is it really you? Are you really serious about this?" I nodded, my heart racing with unspoken words. "You have 3 days," I whispered, my heart racing as I turned away, the distance between us heavy with unspoken words. "After that, I'll have to do it, no matter how it feels. You'll never have a penny, Jenna." I ensured it was done. Her gaze shot up, fear igniting in her eyes. "What do you mean I won't have you?" A sly smile crept onto my lips. She was finally daring to ask the questions that lingered in the shadows. She had no idea. She was blissfully unaware of the secrets I held while she built her life with Raphael. Jenna thought she could return to her past, slip back into our marriage, and find everything just as she had left it, untouched and waiting for her. But she had misjudged my heart. As soon as she walked away, my heart raced with the need to shield what was mine. Our secret stash? Divided, yet yearning. She thought she had her own little world, a space where she could breathe freely. But the truth was hidden, a secret that wrapped around her heart like a vine. All the things that truly mattered, our dreams, our future, were locked away from her, out of reach, leaving her feeling lost and betrayed. "Is it really the house? Forever yours?" She believed that if we parted ways, she would claim half of it all, perhaps even more, but the truth felt like a secret we both dared not speak. But she overlooked one vital secret: the prenup. In the beginning of our union, she had resisted fiercely. "Why must we talk about a prenup?" she had pleaded. "Do you really believe we won't survive this?" Yet, I knew better. I whispered to her that it was merely a precaution. With a heavy heart, she rolled her eyes and signed it, knowing the weight of what she was giving away. What now? That single piece of paper held the power to shatter her world. Her fingers gripped the papers tightly, her heart racing with a mix of fear and longing. "No," she whispered, her voice trembling as she shook her head, the weight of unspoken desires hanging between them. "No, you can't just walk away and leave me empty inside." I leaned back in my chair, feeling the weight of unspoken words as I watched the longing flicker in her eyes. "Why shouldn't we?" I inquired, my heart racing beneath the surface. Her lip trembled with unspoken longing. "I shouldn't have done that, all right? But it was only meant to be a fleeting moment. I had to know, even if it felt wrong." "Did you really need to know for certain?" I couldn't help but let out a bitter laugh. "Jenna, do you truly understand what you're saying? You turned your back on us. For a whole month, you found solace in the warmth of another man's embrace. And now you expect me to simply let it go?" Her heart raced. I could see it now, the vulnerability in her eyes, the moment she understood she had lost everything to hold on to. "So, you think you can control everything from here on out?" I pressed on, my voice steady, yet a flicker of longing danced beneath the surface. "The moment you stepped out of this house, you lost that right forever. You can't just return and act like the perfect partner now that your other love has faded away." Her expression contorted with anguish. yet I glimpsed the undeniable truth hidden within her sorrow. She felt a strange relief in my absence. Her heart ached at the thought of losing the safety I had given her. Jenna thought I would always be there, waiting in the shadows. She believed that, even if her connection with Raphael faltered, she could effortlessly weave herself back into my world as if nothing had changed. Yet, what of the world she abandoned? It was gone, like a whisper in the night. Her breath hitched, a fragile sound escaping her lips. What if I refuse to sign them? A sly smile crept across my lips. Then I'll leave it to my lawyer to take care of it. Her jaw tightened, a storm of emotions brewing beneath the surface. Are you truly going through with this? I nodded, my heart racing with unspoken words. Jenna brushed away her tears, desperately seeking to steady herself. What about Theodore? She mentioned our son's name, as if it could protect us from the unspoken tension between us. He'll always hold a piece of his heart against you for tearing us apart. A soft chuckle escaped me, barely contained. Are you talking about your family? I whispered, because Theodore already knows your secret. Her body tensed, a shiver of unspoken desire coursing through her. What is happening? I leaned in closer, my elbows pressing against my knees, caught in a moment that felt both thrilling and wrong. Did you really believe I would keep it a secret from him? That I wouldn't reveal why his mother felt the urge to seek something beyond the familiar before returning? Her expression shattered. He knows. Not just him, but the thrill of what we shouldn't have. I pressed on. Your family, your sister, your secret world. Her hands flew to her mouth, a gasp escaping her lips, as if the very air between them crackled with unspoken desire. Oh, my heart. Did you really want to see how deep it goes, Jenna? I tilted my head, feeling the weight of unspoken words hanging in the air. Hope you enjoy the depths. She shattered. So close, yet so far away. Weeping softly, heart aching, breathless and yearning. Her shoulders trembled, burdened by the ache of what she could never have again. I rose to my feet. As I brushed by her, my heart raced with a mix of longing and fear. Moving towards the exit, heart racing. You can stay here tonight, I whispered, my heart racing as I kept my gaze fixed ahead. But what about the weekend? Leave me, please. She sank to the floor, the divorce papers slipping through her trembling fingers, a weight of loss pressing down on her heart. As I stepped into the cool night, a breath I hadn't taken in years filled my lungs, awakening something deep within me. I felt untethered. She was everything she shouldn't be, and I had triumphed. Jenna had always been a woman who craved the thrill of the unexpected. She held the power in every whispered exchange. Suppressed feelings. He held the reins of my heart throughout our years together. She entered each room like a whispered secret, her presence both captivating and dangerous, as if she held the power to change everything. What now? Now she was a whisper lost in the shadows. Her shoulders sagged against the kitchen wall, fingers clutching the divorce papers as if they were the weight of the world, a silent scream echoing in the air between us. The tears streaming down her cheeks were not for a love that had slipped away. They were for a love that could never be. She wasn't grieving for my absence. She was grieving the choices she could never make. I walked away, my heart heavy with the weight of what I had done. I held back, my heart aching as she needed me most. She left me bare, no comfort in sight. A whisper of comfort. Not a single thing. I watched her linger in the ruins she had crafted, a bittersweet ache settling in my chest. By the next morning, the pleading had started. 3 missed calls pulled me from my dreams, a whisper of urgency that felt both thrilling and dangerous. As I brewed my coffee, my heart raced at the sight of 5 unread messages waiting for me, each one tinged with longing, a silent plea that grew more intense with every heartbeat. Jenna, I need to hear your voice. We can find a way, even if it feels wrong. My heart races at the mere thought of you, a spark igniting in the shadows of our secret. Each stolen glance feels like a promise, a whisper of what could be, yet remains just out of reach. The thrill of the forbidden pulls me closer, and I find myself lost in the depths of your eyes, yearning for a love that dances on the edge of what is right. I never wanted to cause you pain. It was only a fleeting moment, a slip that felt so wrong yet so achingly right. Jenna, please, don't walk away from us. I would give up everything. Jenna, please, can we have just one last conversation before you make that decision? Jenna, I can't bear the thought of losing it all. Just listen to me, please. I took a sip of my coffee, savoring the weight of her words lingering in the air. Heartbreaking. She remained oblivious to the truth that lingered just beyond her reach. She believed this was a delicate dance of hearts. As if I would trade my self-respect just because she was finally facing the fallout of her choices. I held my breath, silence wrapping around us like a secret we dared not share. Instead, I chose to bury myself in work. Just another day, but the air crackles with unspoken tension. As the clock struck noon, another message appeared, sending a flutter through my heart. Jenna, my heart races at the thought of you. Each stolen glance feels like a secret we share, a thrill that ignites something deep within me. The world around us fades, and in those fleeting moments, it's just us caught in a web of longing and desire. I know we shouldn't, but the pull is undeniable, and I find myself yearning for more. Can we dare to dream of what could be? I whispered to Raphael that it was the end. It was over, and my heart ached with the weight of that decision. I want to come home. I laughed. Oh, sweetheart, you really think that changes anything? That evening, the heart-wrenching moment arrived. She walked into the living room, looking different, softer, smaller, like she had lost all the confidence she used to carry so carelessly. Her hands were shaking as she placed a cup of tea on the table, like we were about to have a gentle, heartfelt conversation, as if it were still where her heart belonged. She settled into her seat, inhaling deeply, and whispered the words I had longed to hear, even though I knew they were coming. I crossed a line I shouldn't have. I held my breath, lost in the moment, unable to look away. Her breath caught in her throat. I thought I had to know what it would be like to be with Raphael. I wondered if there was something I had overlooked, something that could change everything. Yet, I found myself lost in the moment. Everything I ever wanted was right here, yet it felt so wrong. She reached across the table, her fingers quivering, as if the very act of touching me was a secret she dared not breach. I choose you, she whispered, her voice trembling with a mix of longing and fear. My heart aches for you. I was foolish and consumed by my own desires, and now the weight of that realization crushes me. The silence enveloped us, each tick of the clock echoing the unspoken tension between us. I allowed the silence to linger, letting her remain lost in it. At last, a smile broke through, and I whispered the words that would break her heart. Jenna, there's no turning back now. Her heart raced. Her lips parted, a silent plea hanging in the air. I leaned back, my heart racing as I studied her, the air thick with unspoken words. It feels like you're offering me something precious, I whispered, my heart racing. As if I should feel lucky that you're finally here, after sharing your nights with someone else for so long. Her eyes shimmered with unshed tears. It was never meant to be that way. I silenced her with a soft chuckle, the tension hanging between us like a whispered secret. Jenna, do you really think it matters to me what it was like? I turned away, my heart aching. You can't decide my fate. I am not a choice to be taken lightly. I refuse to be your fallback, not when I deserve so much more than being a consolation for your choices. Her breath caught in her throat. Her breath caught in her throat. I can't. I won't, I declared with a heavy heart. Enough with the reasons. No more excuses. You believed you could leave me waiting, chasing after your fleeting pleasures. Now that you see the truth of your defeat, you think I'll simply welcome you back into my heart. She was sobbing uncontrollably now, not the heart-wrenching tears she once wielded. For the first time in her life, she felt the thrill of surrender, a rush that both terrified and exhilarated her. I can be better, she whispered, her voice trembling with unspoken longing. I can make it right. I rose to my feet, her entire being coiled tight, as if bracing for a choice that could change everything. And I offered her a piece of my heart. You have 3 days to pack your things and go, she whispered, her heart heavy with unspoken words. A heart-wrenching surrender, as they crumble under the weight of a devastating truth, feeling the loss of everything they held dear. Theodore slipped through the door, the weight of the night clinging to him like a secret he couldn't share. I bared my soul to him, revealing not only Jenna's departure, but also her desperate attempt to return as if nothing had ever changed. His expression remained unchanged, as if he had been expecting this all along. His silence spoke volumes. Did she truly believe you would hold on for her? A soft laugh escaped my lips. She did, against all odds. Theodore shook his head, a smirk playing on his lips, as if he held a secret too tempting to share. Oh, how it stings. She has no idea who you truly are. No. I nodded, filling my glass once more. She can't. Theodore's hand landed on my shoulder, sending a thrill through me that felt both exhilarating and wrong. She'll carry this weight in her heart forever, he whispered. A smile tugged at my lips, a fleeting moment of warmth in a world that felt so wrong. She knows it all too well. With trembling hands, Jenna signed the papers the next day, her heart heavy with the weight of what she was leaving behind. No more begging. Enough with the charades. In the stillness, she felt the weight of her own heartache, a bittersweet acknowledgement of what could never be. By the weekend, she had slipped away. By the time Monday arrived, she had faded into a bittersweet memory. From that moment, Theodore and I began to piece our hearts back together. There was an unexpected brightness in the air. Life felt like a secret spark igniting in the shadows. What about Jenna? Well, she texted a few times. I never responded. She ran into mutual friends, tried to rewrite the story, make herself the victim. But nobody believed her. She had one shot at happiness, and she threw it away. I didn't need revenge. I didn't need to humiliate her, because she did that all by herself. The best part? I never had to say another word. Because the silence? That was the real punishment. Jenna disappeared from my life as quickly as she had walked out the door that first night, convinced she had the world at her feet. But the thing about arrogance is that it only lasts as long as the illusion holds. And Jenna's illusion? It had shattered. The first few weeks after she moved out, she tried to act like she was fine. Mutual friends told me she was putting on a show, going out to brunches, posting new chapter captions on social media, pretending like she was thriving. But the truth? She was drowning. And everyone saw it. She went to Raphael first. I knew she would. The man she had left me for, the one she was so sure was a better fit, a better option, was the only thing she had left to fall back on. But Raphael wasn't the fantasy she built him up to be. The moment she stepped into his life full-time, she realized what I had already known. Raphael wasn't stable. He wasn't reliable. He wasn't anything more than a man in debt, living paycheck to paycheck, selling a dream he could never actually afford. I had done my research. Raphael's so-called business? A failing mess. His apartment? Rented, not owned. His lifestyle? Built on credit cards and borrowed money. And suddenly, Jenna wasn't the fun, exciting mistress anymore. She was just another responsibility. Another weight he couldn't carry. She moved in with him, thinking they would build something new together. 2 weeks later, he kicked her out. She didn't tell anyone, of course. But I found out anyway. Mutual friends saw her crashing on a couch. Rumors started circulating that she was job hunting, trying to start over in a city where everyone knew what she had done. She reached out again. Not directly. She was too proud for that. But she started liking my photos again, replying to old messages with "hope you're doing well" texts, as if I would ever entertain her again. I never responded. She didn't deserve my words. She deserved my silence. Theodore and I moved forward. The house felt different without her in it. Lighter. Quieter. Better. We started hosting Sunday barbecues again. I started laughing more. I even went on a few dates. Theodore approved of that last part. About damn time, he smirked when I told him. Jenna, on the other hand, she heard about it. And she broke. One night, after months of radio silence, she called. Not a text. Not an email. A real call. I saw her name flash on my screen and almost let it go to voicemail. But then I picked up. Not because I cared. Because I wanted to hear her voice one last time. She was crying before I even said hello. I just needed to hear your voice. She choked out. I don't know why I did what I did. I don't know what I was thinking. I let her ramble. Let her pour out the regret she had been bottling up for months. I miss you, she whispered. I miss us. I smiled. The kind of cold, knowing smile she couldn't see. No, you don't, I said simply. She went quiet. She knew I was right. She didn't miss me. She missed the life I gave her. She missed the stability, the security. She missed having a man who actually had his life together. But she didn't miss me. Because if she had, she never would have left in the first place. I let the silence sit there. Then finally, I ended it. I have to go, Jenna. Her breath hitched. Wait. I hung up. And that was the last time we ever spoke. Jenna faded into the background of my life. A ghost of a mistake I would never make again. I built something new. I met someone better. Someone who didn't treat me like an option. Someone who knew that love wasn't about testing waters or keeping backups. It was about respect. Theodore grew into a stronger man because of this. He learned what I learned. That when someone shows you who they really are, you believe them. And Jenna? Well, she spent years trying to fix her image, but no one ever really forgot. She wasn't the golden girl anymore. She was just the woman who lost everything because she thought she was too good to hold on to what she had. And me? I didn't regret a damn thing. Because in the end, she thought she was choosing between two men. She didn't realize we both moved on without her. And that was the real punishment. Dear listeners, please share your thoughts in the comments. And do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel.